Yeah.
I don't know. You want to just kind of keep the bottom down so that's where the heat goes. It's smoking a lot. Is that loud or no? You sure? All right. Oh, what is it? Here, hold that bottom right there.
Is that lens wide enough?
You calling me fat? Okay, as we're ready to go? We're going. Cool. All right.
Oh, good. Oh, great.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, well, thank you so much for coming to Design Smoke. My name is Jeff Johnson, and we're very, very, very blessed and lucky here today to be sitting with Katie Kirk and Nate Strandberg, the principals of 8 Hour Day, one of my favorite design companies in the world, and just very lucky that they happen to be here in Minneapolis. It's a beautiful day, about 15 degrees here in Minneapolis. As we're tooling around, we have a lovely, lovely day, and a driver named. What's our driver's name again?
Mike.
Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. And we're being pulled by Raleigh, who's a wonderful Belgian draft horse who's doing a great job. So we're going down Washington Avenue, which is a part of Minneapolis that I love to pieces. It's a big, crazy old industrial part of Minneapolis. We just passed by the old John Deere tractor factory. Now, I've been aware of you guys probably, I guess, since you got out of school or thereabouts. But if you could maybe just describe what 8 Hour Day is and how you guys came to have your own design company.
Yeah. We can do that.
If you try.
8 Hour Day. Is it best to look at the? Shall I be looking at the camera?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. All right. Yeah, 8 Hour Day is a small boutique design shop, I guess. Just the two of us. Like to try keep it that way. Have the occasional intern, but really we enjoy keeping it small, just so that we can kind of always do the work and be selective about what we work on. Anything more?
No.
When did you start
Yeah.
the company? I'll
Yeah.
ask Katie this question. When did you guys start the company?
We started the company in 2004 unofficially. That's when we came up with the name and such, and we were just doing small side projects.
Can you remember your first project?
Oh gosh, I don't think.
I do remember.
Well, our first official project
Yeah.
was with Target actually, and we.
What's Target?
Target's this big corporation, multi-faceted. We were both working at Target at the time. We had both been freelance contractors there, and I was there for probably about a year and a half to almost 2 years, and Nate was there for about a year and a half, and we ended up leaving there to start 8 Hour Day, and our first job was with Target. We were lucky enough to go to, Nate was, to go to the X Games and actually follow Shaun White around the X Games in 2005, February. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically kind of Target's one of their first Target.com's first stabs at kind of online blogging.
And I
type of
remember
thing. Yeah.
remember the Shaun White stuff vividly, actually, because that actually was an interesting project for 8 Hour Day as a fan of 8 Hour Day watching your work, because there was a really good combination of several disciplines. You're a photographer, in addition to being a designer, and you're an illustrator in addition to being a designer, and that kind of came together. So that's not a bad one first out of the gates. Can you describe the Shaun White project a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So it started out really kind of low key. It was just kind of like we were slow at Target, and that was when I was a contractor.
You were hungover, so
Hungover.
yeah, it's slowed down a little bit. Still smoking.
Smoking while working, breaking all fire codes. But it was slow, and my boss, Todd Steineman at the time, was like, hey, why don't you just try some concepts for this website that we were thinking about doing, but we haven't committed to yet. It was for Shaun White, purely a bio site for him, because he's one of a Target-sponsored athlete.
Yep.
And,
Still is, I think, isn't he?
Still is, yep. So, I started doing that, and then it was great because
luckily in a sport where smoking pot isn't really that big of a deal.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about that. But it was great because my cube mate at the time was a longtime friend that I grew up skating and snowboarding with, and
I didn't know you were a skater.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And went to college with, and so he and I just got to collaborate on it. We were just in this cube, and it was like a 2-month thing where we were just passing designs back and forth, and then we were the Flash developers too at the time because.
So were you writing code too? You were actually writing code on it too?
Target didn't have any Flash coders. It was all HTML.
And if Sean White couldn't actually do any boarding, you would board for him too.
Yes,
and,
exactly, and
and compete.
Sean actually did all the coding for the site. Oh.
Yeah, he just got bored with skating.
Yeah, exactly.
It's another kind of important thing because I've seen this happen a few times now, and it's happened a few times with Target, but I know it's happened with just good creative environments. I've seen a few people leave Target, start their own small creative boutique, and Target is smart enough just to hire them right back because there's a loyalty there. There's an understanding to the brand. I know Jamie went through that, and a few other great folks that run Jamie at Seventh Sin, and Fallon, which is kind of where I started my design career, working Duffy and Fallon. There are a half dozen or a dozen small design companies that left that joint, and it wasn't a bad will thing. It was they were like the first clients that when you left. They were certainly one of my first clients when I left, and so with about 10 other guys. So in addition, we should point out right now we're passing the Star Tribune. I believe Steve Marth, our camera operator here, his father worked here for a number of years.
Ooh,
if I'm not mistaken. Oh no! Oh shoot! I got that wrong.
So
Rats.
Good story though.
General Mills, right?
I'd take
Pillsbury.
Pillsbury. God dang it.
Pillsbury, Star Tribune. It's all.